So this would be...
I think I remember seeing in his bracket he did not drop a game yesterday. So Zen is playing at the top of his game for sure, and he'll need to be as Goblin.
Those who don't know him might not like have the DL on him, but that's not something I wouldn't expect from Zen. Yeah. Finally get into the first game here. Florida versus Nebraska. Goblin versus Zen.
What I love about Zen's gameplay is that it is so mix-up heavy just inherently. Obviously, Pikachu can go in or can choose to camp, and I think some Pikachus kind of prefer one way or another or have a certain idea in their head for any given matchup. But Zen is keeping you on your toes, forcing you to respect the Thunder Jolt camping, but also using it to approach when you give it to him.
Yeah, I think a key in this matchup will be, like we saw it immediately, is the Dancing Blade. You know, it doesn't discriminate on height, and there it is just then.
Where are you going to tech roll when Roy puts you in that position? Nowhere is truly safe. A lot of Roys will call out tech roll in because going to the ledge like that is so dangerous for the reason you just saw.
But like I think for Goblin, like I see him go for the roll out every time because people know the tech roll in is dangerous. So it's that next level, the next layer, right? And you just expect that from a player of Zen's caliber.
Oh, that Thunder just lasting long enough, and wow, that high up B not punished.
Yeah, I like the options that Zen are picking here.
You do see Goblin use that up B offensively quite a lot, more than a lot of other Roys, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a very horizontal hitbox if you are drifting in. So it's something you definitely want to protect yourself with, Roy. He doesn't have many options off stage. But we saw it in the first stock. I think a really key thing for Roy in this matchup is definitely getting the down tilt tech chase conversions or the F throw there. Since that jab isn't as functional in the matchup.
Yeah, a little bit harder to hit at the tiny rat. Is somehow shorter than Pichu. That will always bother me.
Yeah,
forever.
That is a weird, super weird. But Pikachu survives. Pikachu moves on. Pikachu is very strong, so we'll see that dash tag. Gonna send him off stage.
Raw kill options is not Pikachu's strength for sure. He needs to hit conversions and edge guards. Dash attack is going to kill eventually, but you don't want to be playing that game against Roy where you're waiting until the raw stuff hits. You want to be hitting these, for sure.
Nair to down smash, it's going to kill at the center stage. I mean, that's the thing about Pikachu. Like, you're never going to get to a certain percent versus him because he's going to up throw you. He's going to dash attack you.
That's true, up throw.
There's going to be something that's going to take your stock around 150, so there's not that issue to where people are living against 200. He's got very damaging combos if you're optimal.
Yeah, landing there does a lot of work for him, and certainly not a super hard thing to hit in neutral. That back air attempt is going to get snuffed out by the up B. Really great reaction by Goblin.
Yeah, that's probably a really good option out of shield versus those multi-hits at least. A lot of Pikachu stuff is safe when he lands with them, but if you can catch him with the armor in the middle of the hit, I mean, that's going to work every time. And there goes the stock.
It's going to be a huge stock for Zen.
That is massive in this matchup. I mean, you just have to edge guard the character, and he gets deleted at like 50% there.
And he's still living cross stage. Pikachu at 180. No, not anything.
That's going to do it. That's supposed to just not kill till late, but I mean, 180, 190%. You're on borrowed time already.
There you saw that weak jab doing absolutely nothing for Roy in that situation and leading to this big combo by Zen.
Yeah, Zen showing us why Pikachu is widely considered to be a top 3 character in this game. I mean, the options the character has are very strong, and he's using them perfectly.
Zen was perfectly ready for that air dodge option. He had the options covered, and the Goblin is in a lot of trouble now after he had a big lead earlier.
Yep, there's a side B coming out. Resets the juggle situation. The side B aggressive
the
to
skull bash was crazy.
And could Zen find a way to find his first game would be huge for him in this set.
Gets that little bit of quick attack damage. He's getting to that point where that could have been something if he had read it properly.
That could have been the game there, but Zen missed the punish. It's unfortunate, but gets the grab regardless. Resets. And all it takes is a landing Nair at this point for Pikachu to get the kill.
It doesn't take too much for Roy either, especially if he can keep a ledge trap situation.
I mean, he could die to a jab side B at this percent. Oh, unfortunate, doesn't get the grab. Falls on the other side of him.
And just needs to keep his composure here. He's still in a very good position. Don't be scared of Roy just because
Just because he's Roy, right?
Yeah, just because he's Roy. I
Easier
mean,
said than done, especially in this
but...
situation. I think up throw will almost kill at this percent. I'm not sure, and that might be it. Is that going to do it?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Zen takes game
First
one
game
over Goblin.
And that dunk, it was the game-winning play for sure. He was at like 30%.
Vital. I mean, absolutely
he was
vital.
at 170, yeah.
Yeah, and he got a decent amount of edge credit, I believe, on that second stock. So, I mean, absolutely electric. That was really not important. Not intentional there, but as I said it, I just rolled my eyes. So I apologize for that one. But going on to this second game, I mean, what a great start for Zen here in this set. And it's just winners round one of top 32. This isn't even quarters yet. So great start for Zen in this set, but Goblin's definitely going to have something to say about it.
Goblin taking us right back to Pokemon Stadium 2. I think he rightfully recognized that that game was fully going in his favor and just don't get dunked at 30%, and he was cruising to victory there. Still, Zen was figuring things out as the game was going along, and that third stock, as even as it was at one point, was really running away for Zen.
Yeah, I mean, Zen had a couple missed punishes on some, missed up Bs by Goblin, but, I mean, he came in clutch when it counted, and hopefully he can take a deep breath and just compose himself for this one after that big first game win. Starting off, man, pretty even so far.
Okay, lands one back air. Too high of a percent to get a real combo out of that, but still gets himself out of the corner, which is always so important against Roy.
Absolutely. It's definitely one of the key things in the matchup. If you can just avoid that situation altogether, you're dying at much later stock. Center stage, Roy's really not killing you very early. I mean, up smash doesn't kill for like 110, 115. And that's a really big commitment.
Why was I worried for Pikachu's sake there? I don't know what I was.
I mean, honestly, optimal option there for him. Air dodging off stage, avoiding the take situation is generally the best thing to do, especially for a character like Pikachu. And there's the edge guard, not quite.
Oh, I thought it would get finished off there, but Zen is still in a great position.
Yeah, that's one thing about Pikachu's forward air, but that up smash
out of shield. That's an option he had not taken out of his pocket thus far. But he is going to get jab back aired.
That's going to work if he gets him in the air like that, that's for sure.
You definitely, in one sense, have a range advantage as Roy against a character like Pikachu. But on the one hand, that's not really how you play Roy. You know, you're trying to get in people's faces. You're not necessarily trying to get the micro-spacing game going. And Pikachu is so mobile and has so many aerial options that it's really hard to lock him down like that.
That's going to be some decent damage from the jabs. Oh, and he misses the up B just to get a super hard punish, but reset going to do some damage.
Ooh, the armor on up B beating out the Pika dash attack. Good timing by Goblin. He's picking a lot of great defensive options in general. A lot of these quick attacks that would combo against a lot of players, Goblin is perfectly timing his air dodges and jumps.
He's definitely finding, it seems like Zen is struggling to find the follow-up off the quick attacks. That might be some good DI by Goblin.
That time he does get an up air off of one. Yeah, contesting that up B's hitbox horizontally is almost never going to work out.
It's not seeming like the fair is going to work out for him in terms of edge guarding this game. Unless he catches him right before it gets a nice trade, it seems like that is just not going to be on the table for him.
Ooh, it didn't mean to turn around there, but Zen is going to take advantage with the neutral air. And that forward air will land.
The forward air's lying to you.
And there you go.
The forward air's telling you lies, man.
Yeah,
it's red sparking and it's not
strong
killing.
Of a move, but
yep, even stocks here.
On the second one. Zen is still staying right even with Goblin. Love to see the Midwest playing so well against our invaders here.
Yeah, man, this could be, just another one of those last hit situations. Seemingly like last game, Zen was only at like 80, but it was definitely a last hit situation when it comes to Roy with that much rage.
Yeah, I should have seen the Thunder coming in that position. He drifted just a little bit underneath the ledge just to get that Thunder spacing right.
Ooh, misses the follow-up off the jab. That could have been a stock right there.
Okay, here comes Zen's combo. Oh man, he was in position to punish that air dodge and he just didn't quite get it.
Oh, that grab reaches, man. Pikachu's got a nice grab. I actually didn't know that. But gets a nice back air off of the punish, but doesn't follow.
Oh man, another kind of questionable air dodge there that then punishes the mildly.
I like that reset opportunity with the up air. It sends him right next to him. That F smash would have been a perfect catch on no action there. Yeah, dead even game here.
Goblin trying to hard call in, tech roll in that time, so Zen's how it works better. Oh, he called it out perfectly, and
there it goes. The
just
grab misses
presses
that
F tilt
time.
again.
Yeah, so the F tilt was enough to push him far enough away. I think he grabbed a jab earlier. That F tilt probably got a little more shield push there, and it just wasn't enough to take that second game for Goblin.
I think it's fair to say we're in for a pretty close set here. These first two games have both gone down to the wire. And in that first one, you know, we kind of observed there was an early stock taken, but that time they were just scrapping and
100%.
playing perfectly even.
So in that first game, I mean, immediately Goblin got that tech chase into the side B, got the kill. But then Zen answered back with that early dunk. But that game was just straight scrapping the entire time, like you said. So, I mean, definitely an even match for sure. Going right back to PS2.
Yeah, this is so interesting because Zen was telling me yesterday he doesn't really like PS2 in general, but I guess against Roy, this is
if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? I mean, it's
yeah,
a lot of stage to play with.
I think it's going fine for him.
A lot of stage to play with, and like I said, killing in the middle of the stage for Roy is really tough. So if he can maintain that center stage as much as possible, I mean, it can really net him some good mileage in this set.
Love to see double-edged dance punish. There's so many mix-ups off of just like 2 or 3 hits of it.
Oh, there's the up air bridges. Shout out Esam. That's going to almost be the first stock. Not quite.
Couldn't find the dunk. Still got a lot of damage off that combo, and he is going to land the thunder.
Thunder's going to
Beautifully
smack
spaced.
him.
Zen is playing on the top of his game right now. You love to see it. He's going to get more up air loops. Man, unfortunately, he couldn't land himself on that platform, or he would have gotten more off that back air.
Yeah, man. I mean, we're seeing firsthand, like, Pikachu busted, right? I mean, that's that up air bridges. I mean, giving a bunch of damage, excuse me, and then catching the edge
he really got the grab off of that. The thunder isn't going to land, but he is going to cover the get-up option.
Yeah, the energy is picking up in the venue right now for Zen. I mean, for Nebraska, I mean,
Zen is feeling himself, which is dangerous for Goblin.
Yeah, I mean, definitely
so elite.
He's moving with a bit of more confidence. You can already see it. I mean, he missed a couple punishes in the first game, but now he's on it right now.
Decisive choices by Zen.
There
and the down smash will
Zen
kill.
takes a 2-stock lead here in game 3.
Perfect reactions here. Oh, wow. Up air's not going to kill yet. Those Thunder Jolts buying him a free pass back to the ledge, and bears his way off the stage. An aggressive option against Roy, but working out in this case.
I mean, it just looks so hard for Goblin to punish anything that Zen is doing.
Oh, he wanted to finish it right there.
There's the up smash we're talking about. I mean, what are you going to do to get this kill?
The crowd wants to see it. They want so badly to see this 3-stock finished off. Zen is in a great position to win this game in general and go up 2-1 on Goblin. Maybe our first huge upset of the day.
And we'll see. I mean, we're already second set of the stream. We're seeing stuff like this. Oh, and the up B
really
gonna
nice
take the stock there.
Really nice.
That Rage doing Goblin a couple favors because he barely died there.
He got the tech he wanted, but tech rollout was the right choice by Goblin.
Yeah, we're just seeing down tilt check chase in this matchup from both characters.
Oh, great Thunder Jolt!
Oh my goodness, he's gonna take it. Zen gets the S smash on the high up special.
That short range T-Jolt was the perfect option to force him to up B. It might have been a little bit of an early panic up B because he probably could have snapped to ledge still, but
100%. It's really tough when you're playing Roy off stage, man. You're falling so fast, and if you mess up for a second, I mean, if you do up B just a little too late, man, you'll die. So going high usually doesn't get you killed like that, but Zen was ready.
Yeah. Zen had the perfect option, and Thunder Jolt sends you at such a bad angle.
Yeah, it just resets the situation perfectly. I mean, you have to up special. You know you have to do it immediately, but, I mean, you just gotta have a second of delay, like half-second of delay just to snap that ledge.
We are going to see a stage counter pick here to Yoshi's Story. So smaller blast zones is what Goblin wants.
Yeah, I mean, you see it all the time from Goblin. He loves going to this stage.
Yeah.
I definitely see why. I mean, those platforms are also great for tech chasing for Roy. The smaller blast zones, like you said, Roy loves those. So we'll see how it plays out for him in game 4.
feels like larger stages in general are pretty good for Pikachu in a matchup like this, controlling more of the space around the stage, so reducing the total amount of space is advantageous for Roy in just about any case.
Yeah, I think a little more enclosed. Generally, like, Yoshi's story can feel a bit claustrophobic at times, and that's definitely what Roy wants.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming what Goblin is looking for with this counter pick as well.
And
there's the dunk.
dunk.
Zen is absolutely...
Zen is on top of his game.
He's playing confident,
Yeah,
and you can see it now. I mean, it's a total difference. And that side B, not even going to take the stock there at 80. I really fully expect him to explode there.
Right, yeah. And here's the reason why it's so good for Pikachu. Those Thunder Jolts riding up the side. Any stage with walls is one where you are giving Pikachu a very unique option, as if his recovery needed any more help.
Yeah, I mean, it's really a double-edged sword for the stage pick. I mean, you get those walls for Pikachu's recovery. I mean, you're not doing anything. The ledge trap is almost going to be non-existent in certain situations, but Goblin picks up that stock.
Yeah, but there's a stage counter pick coming back in for him. I don't think that back air would have killed on PS2.
Yeah, there's definitely less room to play with for Zen.
Oh, good roll read by Goblin. And what's the tech chase? Just one weak hit of Nair. Not exactly what he would have wanted, but still some good damage.
Yeah, those platforms definitely providing Goblin some utility immediately in this set or in this stage.
Who decided Pikachu
There's the tech
needed
chase,
a
but he
wall jump?
falls off. Maybe the slant doing something for him there. This is a neck-and-neck game.
Wow.
I mean, Zen got the early stock, but here we are. And there's the air dodge read, but gets the sour
full
spot.
read.
I think he just got some good moves, man. that just whiffs on any other character.
Well, and you get those reads when you have such an arsenal of moves that are all
100%.
threatening. People are just conditioned to air dodge in those positions. I want to get hit by something
there's
else.
the tech chase again. I mean, it's really been interesting to see Zen roll out almost every single time, and it's kind of seemed to mix up Goblin a little bit because he's expecting him to switch it up, but apparently he's just like, you know what? Until you
just misses the neutral get-up timing.
Yeah, a down
He
smash.
called it out, but just a little bit too early on the release.
Yeah, the gaps in those down smashes. I mean, maybe just a little bit too big there for that neutral get up.
Not getting the full drag down on neutral air, but still one or two aerials away here.
He goes for the ledge jump. I like the idea there. Yeah, I think it's just an up throw away at this point. So Goblin's got to be very careful.
Ooh, man.
Yep, the forward air, not quite going to take it, man. Goblin's DI, absolutely immaculate.
But he doesn't recover. He was forced to fade out a little bit to avoid the fair, and just a little too much to recover. And
You
this
got to
could be
think
big
that's
damage.
it. Yeah, all the SDI there, looking immaculate on those back
Goblin's
airs.
defense was perfect.
You get a back air out of shield with Pikachu, you expect them to go for a ride, and that was just 1.5, like maybe back airs there.
Yeah, if the meta can really develop so that Pikachu doesn't get those big combos at 0%, suddenly it's not looking quite so busted anymore.
Yeah, it's really the nairs. The nairs you really can't do much about. But
I thought we were going to see a loop. Yeah.
Yeah, I expect that from Zen. You would think he would go for those just lightning loops. Yeah.
Okay, catches with an up air. Oh, he had that read scouted out.
Oh, the tech chase. I like the idea there with the F tilt. I didn't realize how good that F tilt was either. You don't see too much Pikachu, really. I haven't, at least, so a lot of his stuff is news to me. The way that Zen's using the options is really interesting. And that up B might take it, not quite.
Yeah. Goblin just has to let him get back to stage there. There was no point in contesting those options.
He's just playing on top of the platform, which is fine. It's a good spot for him to play. He can fall through with an aerial immediately. Up throw might take it. Not. Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Does take it. So there we go. We have to go to a game 5. This is definitely a spot that Zen doesn't want to be in, for sure. But, however, he gets the counter pick for game 5, which is always great. But game 5 versus a top player like Goblin can always be rough. I mean, his adaptation, you've seen it in game 4 there.
And just the experience being in these positions. Goblin has been in these game 5s on big stages many times.
Oh, he's been on, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, just
and
a
so
riptide.
is Zen, but I think it's fair to say Goblin at this point is
takes
a little
the
more
edge in,
experienced.
he takes the edge in experience, that's for sure. You see Goblin taking game 5 sets versus, I think, Yanni at Riptide, at least. So, I mean, he's definitely shown that clutch factor a little bit. We'll see where Zen opts to go for. Maybe Big Yoshi there. Smashville, definitely.
Smashville is an interesting choice. Roy likes the stage quite a lot.
Oh,
but...
no, we're going back. We're going back. Oh, we're just picking stage. My bad.
We need Go KK Rider. I respect it. The music counterpick is very important on Animal Crossing stages.
Yeah, the music can be a bit underwhelming.
You can't be letting 2 a.m. play.
Yeah. Here we go, Smashville. Not what I expected game 5, but I'm sure Zen knows what he's looking for in terms of a stage pick.
Ooh, he had been getting the lingering hitbox of Thunder to hit in the past, but Goblin timing his ledge grab just a little bit better that time.
Yeah, a lot of the time it's just a matter of chance. Didn't work out for him there, but...
Okay, should be a punish. Just one not there.
That brought down too much damage. I mean, if Goblin's only getting punished by, one straight hit of up air, that's really not that big of a deal. Doesn't get the Jer there, but I think that would have been it.
Yeah, Pikachu's got to get his full conversions to be able to match up with the damage of Roy. And finally, he does tech roll in.
Yeah.
The Goblin was hard calling it out because he had seen tech roll out the whole set, but Zen mixes him up here in game 5.
It's so tough because it's essentially a 50-50, right? Because if you stand in place, I mean, they're dashing into you. So if he catches your, tangibility on the ground, he's just going to push you and then side B towards the corner. So it's such a scary mix-up, man.
Oh, goes for the jabs off of the landing there. I like it. Just a little bit of extra damage.
Maybe it could have been a possible check for a button check. Maybe you press jump, lose your jump. You don't know you lost it, and there goes the first stock.
Kills. Zen wincing a little bit. I think he recognizes his DI was not quite right, but...
Yeah, Flare Blade, not something you see land very often.
Wow.
But lands for him there.
Both these guys are pulling out some options they hadn't shown in the previous 4 games. I love seeing that adaptation from top players. They are very keenly aware of what buttons they haven't been pressing a lot.
Yeah, catches on the neutral get up.
Yeah, just a little bit of a delay.
Lost his intangibility, immediately buffer neutral get up, but gets caught for it. I like the turnaround grab option there. Goes for the kill, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That was air dodge read, but he just barely misses it.
Yeah, up throw Thunder is a little bit hard to hit in this game.
It can be true, but like you said, I think he went for the double jump into catching that air dodge. I see that often from other Pikachu players.
Zen's got to pull it together if he still wants to win this set.
Yeah, Goblin's smelling blood in the water for sure. He's just pushing his advantage.
Yeah. Goblin is not the type to say, okay, I'm in the lead. You approach me now.
No,
he's playing exactly the same way.
He said, let me use this rage real quick. Let me get this kill now.
I want this rat dead. I get it.
Yeah, but we'll see if Zen can find a way to get this first stock off with Goblin. I mean, we've seen him delete stocks before with edge guarding situations, but it's looking really unfortunate right now for Zen. This game 5.
Yeah, Goblin has just taken over here, and that is going to do it.
That's going to be it, man. What a strong showing from
on
Zen.
Zen's counter pick. Really good showing by Zen, though. That was
absolutely
an amazing performance.
He made Goblin dig in the bag a bit deeper than I imagined he was prepared to do this early on. But, it's just how it is sometimes, man. Sometimes early on you get that bracket scare. Everyone gets that random round 1 occasionally that just wow, I mean, I got to really buckle in to beat this guy real quick. I was not expecting to expend the mental energy.